So this is the day in the life of a lesbian video, I guess I promised you guys a while back. Hey y'all, welcome to another video. Welcome to another Christmas December video. I am so excited. My videos are very sporadic this month and I'm sorry about that, but I'm just trying to get them out to you guys when I can. And this one we're gonna call Merry Little Gamus, because today I am focusing on myself, because so much time in the Christmas season and in December specifically is spent focusing on other people, which, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against. I love spoiling the people I care about. I love, you know, giving to the less fortunate, especially this time of year, although I do it as much as I can all year long. But sometimes we need to just stop and remember ourselves too. So that is what today is about. I mean, I'm going to be doing a couple other things too today that is not about me, and it's just my day-to-day life, but we're going to try to focus on ourselves, spoil ourselves, enjoy the Christmas cheer as much as we can, and do the things that we love to do. The reason it's called Merry Little Gamus, besides the fact that I am gay, is we're gonna make it as queer-coded as possible. So this is the day in the life of a lesbian video, I guess I promised you guys a while back. And so I'm also going to address any questions that you guys did actually leave me on that community post or on my video. But basically, I'm just gonna bring you along with me, go do a little shopping, go, you know, grab a few gay-coded things, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do about this day. I just know that I want to focus on me, spoil myself, bring as much Christmas cheer as possible to kind of just bring my mood up, and I just want to celebrate being gay. So I don't want to have to wait till June for Pride Month. I'm thinking maybe you're gonna do some book shopping, which I know you guys love. Maybe watch a movie later. We will figure it out as we go, but I'm very excited for this video. I'm very excited to just spoil myself and celebrate my authentic self, which I don't get to do very often, especially lately. So yeah, I am going to enjoy that. But like I said, there's going to be a couple other just daily things kind of thrown in the mix, because I do have some errands to run and stuff that are not really part of the theme of the day, but that's okay. And then one of those things is going and getting decorations from the dollar store, whatever they have left over, so I can finally, I know it's late, but finally decorate the book cart at work for Christmas season. I might go lean a little bit more winter related than Christmas, so that I can stay up a little bit longer, because I am doing it so late. But obviously I can't show you guys me decorating that, but I will show you what I buy for it, and do my best to maybe get you an after picture that doesn't show anything about where I work or the break room or anything like that. So we have basically all day to do this. I do have some other things to do later tonight, so I want to get home, I don't know, maybe 4-ish, because I've got client work to do tonight. I do want, like I said, I do want to watch a movie, and I do have to, unfortunately, go over to my uncle's apartment and go through his stuff to see if there's anything I want, because he did pass away. I'm pretty sure there's not. I told my brother that I wanted the DVDs, but beyond that, there's not really anything I can think of that I want to keep. So, that should be quick. So let's go, enjoy our day, and enjoy being gay. Ha! It rhymed. Alright, you guys are going to have to deal with the sound of the car, because I'm freezing and I'm not turning it off. But I'm going to show you really quick what I got before I go in and set it all up. So, typically, when I decorate the book cart, I would get, like, flower picks to put in a vase, but I didn't find any flower picks that I liked for Christmas or winter, so I got a Christmas tree instead. It's a cheapo little dollar store Christmas tree that probably won't last very long, but one of my coworkers mentioned something about us putting a Christmas tree in the break room, so I figured this was kind of perfect. And I got gold and white ornaments to go on it. And then I got some of the poinsettias that I got for my tree, but in silver. Some Merry Christmas ribbons, which I probably won't leave up all winter. I'll probably take these off after Christmas, but I figured a little Christmas touch was nice. Some gnome picks, which actually I should not have gotten because I realized I'm not going to use the vase. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I may have to do something else with those somewhere else. But I give them to my friend that loves gnomes that works there. I get a little pom-pom trim, just kind of look like snow to go around it. Hooks for the ornaments. And then for the top of the tree, I'm thinking, is this little owl. But if he doesn't stay on the top of the tree, I'll just hang him somewhere else because he's adorable. So that's it. Pretty simple, but I'm looking forward to decorating it and bringing some Christmas cheer to my coworkers because, you know, retail doesn't always provide the best Christmas cheer. But I'm going to provide it myself. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to decorate that real fast, say hi to a couple people, and then we will get started with our true purpose of the day. Okay, I was in there way longer than planned. It took me a while to just kind of figure out the decoration. I'll pop a picture up on the screen here so you guys can see it. And then I was also just chatting with people. So it is almost 11 o'clock. So that's a problem. So I did kind of figure out like a little plan of my day. I obviously want to do like my grocery shopping and stuff last. I think we're going to go to Barnes & Noble and get us some gay little cozy Christmas books if I can find any. And I think after we do that, I will answer one of your questions because one of them actually was book related. So we're going to head over to Barnes & Noble, do a little book shopping, maybe grab a coffee. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I kind of feel like I want like a Christmassy drink. And lots of times for me, I feel like that needs to be like a hot drink. I don't know if I'm in the mood for a hot coffee though. So maybe I'll get a hot chocolate. I don't know. We'll see. They have Starbucks right in Barnes & Noble, so I'll make up my mind. Books are expensive. 3 books, $60. I don't normally have a problem with the price of things, but like, when did that happen? Because I remember you could get books for like $10 a piece. $12, baby. But $20 each? Holy shit. I got one that wasn't a lesbian Christmas book, but it was just too Christmassy to pass up. That's this one. I shouldn't say lesbian Christmas because I did get one that's a gay Christmas. Because it's a mix of Christmas and Halloween put together, so I had to get that. And then this one I've been wanting. So I'm not going to go into detail about what the stories are about. I will link them down below so you guys can read about them because I have noticed in my videos when I do read like the blurb on the back, that portion of the video gets skipped over. So I'm not going to do that. And because books are so expensive, I think that's the only books we're going to be getting. I already have a couple at home that I have bought previously. And I do have my Kindle, so I could always look for Kindle available lesbian Christmas books, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm talking gibberish now. I did not get a drink while I was in there. I should have, but I got sidetracked. So, one of your questions. There's not a name attached to the profile, but somebody did comment on the community post about, you know, the big secret about me being gay. This is my very lesbian outfit for the day, by the way. It's a cat with rainbow noodles and a Christmas flannel and a denim jacket. It's a very, very lesbian outfit of the day with just blue jeans on. But anyway, somebody can post it on the community tab with a couple of questions, but I'm going to specifically answer her third question first because she asked, what is an LGBTQIA plus book that you'd recommend? I haven't read a ton of them. And I'm not going to go necessarily Christmas with this because I haven't read really any Christmas ones yet. But I'm talking very loud again. I need to stop that. So I'm sorry if I just blew your ears out when I said but. I need to talk a little bit quieter, especially with this camera. I do recommend the Unspoken Terms series by Chloe Peterson. Let me find you book 1, actually. I don't want to show you book 4. Book 1 is Not on the Resume. And it looks like this. That's book 1. There are 5 books, I believe. I'm currently reading book 5, but I stopped it for the Christmas season. Fantastic series. Every single book in the series, I devoured them. I could not stop reading. Otherwise, there's also Ashley Herring Blake. Her books, Bright Falls series specifically, but anything she writes actually is really good. And this is book 1 in that series. Delilah Green Doesn't Care. Very, very good. I do also highly recommend, it's not necessarily a lesbian book, but The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Very good. More of like bisexual, you know, not in the closet, I don't think it's 1930s, 1940s, something like that. Kind of like an autobiography, but it's fiction, which is interesting because the way it's written, like, you guys know I didn't like Interview with a Vampire. I hated Interview with a Vampire to a passion because it was just so much telling of the story rather than showing us the story. I just got so bored. Anyway, so I was worried that the same thing was going to happen with Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I think I did actually do a review of that on here somewhere because I think it was part of our book club when we were still regularly doing that, which I apologize that we are not doing that right now. I do want to get back to it, but I'm not sure how things are going to progress at work, so I have to wait to see how that's going to happen before I figure out exactly what I have time for in the rest of my life. I didn't feel that way with Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo because it was partly interviewing and partly fiction. So it was kind of like we're in the interview and she mentions something and then we go back to the past to see that thing actually happen. But it is kind of a coming out story of this woman who was a bisexual in a time when you could be killed for that, basically. And she's just kind of like doing a tell-all kind of thing. Very, very, very good. I highly recommend that one, especially for anybody who is just coming out or hasn't come out yet and is wanting to. I feel like it's a very powerful, meaningful story that at the time that I read it, I didn't really see how much of an impact it did have on me, but I do see it in hindsight. Because at the time I read it, I was still kind of I was in the closet to you guys. I was in the closet to a lot of people, more than I still am now, which that's another question that this person had about how my coming out journey is going. Okay, not perfect because I still haven't told my family, but I do think my family is starting to understand without me coming out specifically. I don't know, there's just been some things mentioned and stuff that make me think that maybe they're kind of figuring it out. Which, yay, but also, like, it's still not out there. It's still kind of a secret. And I do want it to be out there. I want to be able to be my completely authentic self. But I'm just not sure how that's going to go or what it's going to change, I guess. And I don't really have room for a lot of change right now because I've lost family members very recently, for some of them. And I don't want to lose them in other ways. Like, I don't want to come out and then have them say, well, I don't want anything to do with you, which I don't really think like they're going to, but it's the unknown, the unpredictability of it that's scary. And also, I live with my mother currently, and I cannot afford to live by myself at this point in time. I have looked, believe me, and it's just not possible right now. Things are just so expensive here. So I don't want it to be like, oh, well, you know, I don't accept you, I don't approve of this, you need to move out kind of thing. Which, again, I don't feel like it would be. I'm not saying that my mother is that kind of person. But again, it's fear of the unknown, which is a very big thing about coming out, is fear of the unknown. Because you just don't know how people in your life are going to react. You don't know what it's going to change for you. And, you know, honestly, anything that does happen from coming out is probably going to be a good thing in the long run. But, you know, it's not the long run that you focus on, it's the short term, and that's terrifying. But we will get to some more questions as we go through our day. But in the course of this video, if you guys do have questions, feel free to let me know down in the comments. But right now we are going to go and probably should get ourselves some lunch, honestly, because it's already almost noon. I don't know if I want to get a full lunch. That's the thing. Like, maybe I'll just get a breakfast sandwich with my cocoa. I don't know. Decided to do a little bit of reading. Oh, so cold. It would not be so cold out if there was no wind, But holy crap, I mean, it is 26 degrees outside. I decided to do a little reading while I ate. So I did sit in Panera because I was going to get Starbucks and the Starbucks app is not working. So that didn't happen. So I was able to go to Panera and just order on the little pad thingy. So I did some reading. I read 2 chapters of The Christmas Swap. It was pretty good. You just had the little like meet cute moment between the 2 girls. So this looks like it's going to be a fun book. I got a half bacon turkey bravo and a half Asian sesame salad. And then I got a citrus punch, which is basically just like a tangerine juice, I guess. And a hot Madagascar vanilla latte. I normally get it iced, but I really wanted something hot. And they don't have hot chocolate here, so. Oh, warmth. I did not choose the right day to go out shopping. Holy crap, I am so cold. Part of the issue with losing like 100 pounds. Oh, my hair is a frizzy mess. Anywho, is you just get cold so much easier. I'm so cold. So, we're going to, I believe, the next thing that we're gonna have some fun doing is go do a little shopping, the clothing shopping. I think we'll go to Old Navy first and see what we can find there. I'm not really looking for anything too specific, but I am going to be focusing on definitely like elevating my style and getting more things for my style, so I can live authentically, like I said. And I also really want to look for, this probably won't be an Old Navy, this will probably be a Hot Topic, but I really want to look for some Christmas t-shirts, or just like shirts. They don't have to necessarily be t-shirts, but just, you know, casual shirts. Because I don't know if you guys noticed in a couple of my videos, like my decorating videos, I have the same 3 Christmas shirts. And I do not want to have to keep wearing those over and over and over again for the rest of the month. So I'd like a couple of more Christmassy themed shirts. But beyond that, I'm just going to have some fun, find myself some cool new things that are, you know, in my stereotypical lesbian style. I have no shame. I honestly don't. I love being a stereotypical lesbian. I really do. I love wearing the flannel. I love using the carabiner. Like, I just love being the stereotypical lesbian. And I would be wearing rings, except my hands are so incredibly dry. I don't even know if you could see that in the viewfinder or in the video or whatever. But they're so incredibly dry that if I put on a ring, it's gonna break my skin open. Like you can see, my skin is broken open from work. So I've been avoiding anything, you know, too strenuous with my hands, except for work. And I just realized what I just said, but we're gonna skate past that. If you know, you know. So I've been trying to like treat it with some lotion that I got at Bath and Body Works that is for men, which was unintentional, but I didn't want anything fruity or flowery smelling, and that just seems like all they have for women. So I just went to the men's section, got something, and it's been helping, but I forgot to do it this morning, and it's cold out, so I just want to try to protect my hands as best as possible. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, stereotypical lesbian, right? Okay. Duh. Yeah, I just love it. I love it. And it's like an undercut, and like I just love being the stereotypical lesbian. And I don't know if it's like necessarily because that is what I'm comfortable in, which it is, or if it's somewhat of also like I didn't get to do this like discovery phase and like being the stereotypical lesbian sooner, because I didn't come out sooner, and so now I get to do it now, and I find that like incredibly freeing. I don't understand why, to be honest, but like I feel very liberated to be a stereotypical lesbian. Like, I don't know if it's just a callback to like the history of lesbians or what, but yeah, I don't know what the reason is, but I find it very liberating to be the stereotypical lesbian, and I find it kind of a tribute, honestly, because like for me, when I think of a lesbian, like a lesbian icon, the first thing I go to is Shane from the L Word. Anyway, I'm on a rant because I'm freezing and I don't want to move, but it's 12:45, so we really need to get a move on. So let's head over to Old Navy. One more sip of warmth before I move. It's not really warm anymore, but I don't care. Actually, I kind of do because it's kind of disgusting. But anyway, all right, here's what I got. After watching, I don't know, the boss or whatever he was in there, really making his employees feel uncomfortable. But that's besides the point. We got the red flannel. Very Christmassy colors. Very similar to the one I'm wearing, but more red instead of green. So I was kind of debating not getting it because it's so similar to the one I'm wearing, but since the colors are a little bit more red based and this one is a little bit warmer of a material, I decided it was okay. We bought the sweater, which you guys saw me wearing, so I'm not gonna go crazy showing it to you. Very warm, very fuzzy, very cute. And it's okay to be cute, even if you are a masked lesbian. You can dress masculine and still be cute. Just a little simple thermal shirt, 10 bucks. It's like a, they call it an oatmeal color. Not really sure what I would call it, but I liked the little like heathering in there with the darker color. And lastly, the hooded flannel. Hood. It's like a blue, gray, like beigey color, and it's very soft and warm. Not warm enough to wear in New York winter, I will say that. It is not a jacket necessarily, but I think it would be nice for like the fall, maybe even spring when the snow is just starting to melt. Now I'm gonna head over to the mall. I didn't really find any t-shirts in there. I mean, I did, but it was like a short, like juniors tee, and that was not my vibe. There's a couple like higher end stores in the mall that I don't typically go to because I don't want to spend that kind of money, and like I usually don't like the style, but that's when I was shopping for women, not when I was shopping for men's clothes. So I might step into those just to see, give myself a little something new to kind of like figure out here. And I also want to look at like men's accessories, because like I don't mind wearing earrings and I don't mind wearing my heart necklace that I wear all the time, but I kind of would like some other masculine accessories, like maybe a bracelet or something, maybe a more masculine ring. I haven't decided yet, but I would like to kind of look somewhere that would have that kind of thing. It is 1:42, so it's quite late. I did not plan to be out this late. Like, I planned to be out. Like, I was thinking I was gonna get home to like 4 or 4:30, but I didn't plan to be out like not even through half of my list kind of thing. I almost thought that lady was coming for me. She kind of had a truck over there and she went that way, so I'm like, why is she coming towards me? No, she's going to Spectrum. This one's not a question, but I do want to read this to you guys. This comment that was left on the community post about leaving me questions about being gay. It says, for me, this wasn't a secret or is shocking. I'm glad you had the courage to speak your truth, but sad that it has to take such courage in order for anyone to be their authentic selves. My daughter is an amazing human who is married to an amazing human, my daughter-in-law, and that is all that should matter. Who you are attracted to and who you love should be celebrated and not shunned. I'm extremely happy for you. Just be you and ignore the haters. I fully believe that people who hate others is because they hate something within themselves. You deserve to be happy. And I agree 100% with that comment. And when I read it the first time, it made me feel so amazing. I actually cried. And that's why I didn't really respond to it for a bit. And also I wanted to point out the fact that she said it wasn't a secret or is shocking. And I know it wasn't really a secret by the end. I was just kind of calling it the secret because I didn't really know any other way to reference what I was talking about before I fully told you guys. Yes, I'm a chapstick lesbian. This is a Friends mocha scented, flavored, whatever, chapstick. I know it wasn't a secret, but I just didn't know how to address it before. And for me, I think calling it the secret was my like pre-coming out, if that makes sense. Like, it was my way of introducing the topic to kind of get an idea of how I felt about talking about it, and how I felt about your guys' reaction to it, if that makes sense. Because I was extremely scared to tell you guys, which I know I shouldn't have been, because you guys are all amazing. You've always been amazing, and those of you who have not been amazing have either taken yourself out, or I've gotten rid of the trash. But it's a scary concept to come out in any way, to come out to yourself, to come out to your friends, to come out to your followers, to come out to your family. Coming out to I will say coming out to my coworkers was a lot easier than most of the coming outs I've done. For some odd reason, I don't know if it's because they were separated from my personal life, or if it was just that I was comfortable enough. I don't know what was going on there, but I will say that was the easiest one, was to come out to my coworkers, which for the most part, most of my coworkers are like, oh, you didn't even have to, I already knew. Like, most of them are like, oh, I knew the minute I saw you. And I'm like, well, why didn't your gaydar tell me? Because, like, it would have been nice to know. Yeah, it's a scary concept coming out, and anybody who's watching this that is in the closet, please know, as terrifying as it is and as much unknown as there is to the whole concept, I have never felt more real, if that word makes sense, than I have since starting to come out to people, starting to live in my authenticity. I feel like my years before this, I'm going to be turning 37 in January, and I feel like all of the 35 or so years before I started accepting this was a trailer. Like, it was cut scenes. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It just doesn't feel real anymore. Like, everything that I can remember happening in my past, yeah, I remember happening. I remember somewhat being attracted to boys. I remember, like, having crushes. I remember, you know, just stereotypically, you know, having crushes on actors and having, you know, oh, I wish I could marry him moments, and, you know, like, just all this stuff that I remember happening that doesn't feel like it was me. Like, it feels like it was a separate person. Like, when I came out, I kind of birthed a new person. Like, I feel very separated from my past because of that. And it feels weird and kind of unfair that I didn't get to live in my authenticity when I was younger. Because I've missed out on a lot. Like, there's a lot I could have been doing or experiencing before now that I don't really know that I will ever get back. Like, yes, I can try. Yes, I can, you know, try to do the whole, like, dating thing, and I can wear, like, the stuff I want to wear finally and express myself in certain ways, and, like, I can look at girls instead of boys, although some of that's still not able to be done because, you know, I haven't told my family. I really want to tell my family. I want to tell my family so bad, but it would be so much easier if I had my own independent life. It really would. But we will get there. We will get there. And that's the other thing. Like, I know I'm saying that, you know, I feel like I'm free and I'm living in my real authenticity and all this other stuff, but I also know that I have not come out to my family. I'm not naive to think that I'm the expert in this or anything. I'm nowhere near the expert. I am still very much a baby gay, and that's okay. Like, you could feel real and authentic and free and still not be complete with your coming out journey. And it is a journey. It's not something that's going to happen in a day or a month or maybe even years. Like, you're going to become your authentic self in your own timeline. As scary as it is to jump from your old timeline into a new timeline, think of the possibilities. Think of the beginnings and the growth and things that this new timeline is going to bring you. And I'm getting very philosophical, or whatever you want to call it right now, because I'm a tarot reader of my own accord. Like, I don't do it for money, or I don't really read for anybody else except, you know, the occasional read for Kenzie and stuff. But, you know, I really much believe in the metaphysical and timelines and past lives and all that stuff, and so much is happening in my life right now that I never really thought would ever happen to me. I never thought I'd be in a position of authority, like I'm not like authority, but, you know, I'm kind of authority at work. I never thought, you know, I would admit to myself that I'm gay. I always figured I would just say bye or whatever, but no, I don't have any attraction to men. I can appreciate men. Men are good looking, but I don't want to kiss them or have sex with them or, like, touch them in any way. Like, no, gross. There's just so much that I never thought would happen, and it really does feel like a new life, a new timeline. It's kind of like what happened in the last 35 years is kind of my past life, and now I'm starting new. And that's scary and confusing and weird and scary. Like, it's just the word for it. It's really fucking scary to start from scratch. And to start from scratch while still having parts of your old life, it's really hard. It really is, because there are people in my life and things in my life and like things I like that just don't really, they shouldn't make sense now being who I am, but they still do. And it's hard to balance that. It's scary to finally become who you truly are, but it is so rewarding. So rewarding. And I want anybody to know that my comment section, my Instagram, my P.O. box, if you want to send me a real letter or card or something, it is all always going to be an accepting and freeing and safe space for anybody who needs to discuss things or needs advice or just needs to vent about something. Like if you just want to vent about, you know, you came out to somebody and they didn't handle it well and you feel hurt or whatever, you want to just vent about it, you want to scream, you want to cry, you want to swear up a storm, I am here for y'all. If you don't feel comfortable doing it in the comment section because it's public, there's always my Instagram, and like I said, feel free to send me a letter in my P.O. box. I'm totally for it. I am here for everyone that I can be here for in any way possible. So with that being said, let's head to the mall. I must be insane to be going to the mall during Christmas time on a Friday. So we got a couple things. I got that shirt from Hollister. I'm not gonna pull it out because you guys saw it on me. But it was the second shirt with the blue collar. Loved it. The first one was very comfortable and I loved the fit, but I just didn't love it enough to buy it. Then I went to Boscov's, didn't record it because it was absolute insanity in there. But I did find some graphic tees, so I'm very happy about that. I got this green one that says, I don't know if you guys can see it. It says, almost made the nice list, and it's got Jack Skellington on it. So I love that. And I got this tan colored one that says, I'm fine, this is fine, everything's fine. And it's a big jumble of Christmas lights. So I love that. And it's a gingerbread man, and it says, oh snap, and he snapped in half. So, and they were not expensive. They were less than $10 a piece. So I'm happy with those. So I got more Christmas graphic tees, so I'm happy with that, which is good because I'm going to Kohl's as my last place to go before I go to the grocery store and head home. And I know they have graphic tees, so now I know I can't buy any because I already bought some. But what I'm looking for at Kohl's is I want to get a couple more sweaters. They don't necessarily need to be Christmas sweaters, but I want them in that same kind of pattern that Christmas sweater is that I got at Old Navy, with like the block pattern on it. I just really like that. It just seems like really flattering on me, so I want to get some more of those. And I went to Target, but I didn't buy anything for the video. I bought more energy drinks, more of those Alani Nu, which are absolutely delicious. I got a couple more flavors I didn't get to try last time. I got some Christmas tree brownies to put in the cookie jar at home. I got some coffee syrup. I got a bunch of Christmas themed hot chocolate stuff because we're gonna have a hot chocolate bar instead of pub snacks for the rest of the month. That's pretty much all I got at Target. So Target was not really for this video. I went there with the intention of it being for this video, and I did see some stuff I liked, but I just couldn't, they were just too expensive. I couldn't see spending that kind of money on them. So we didn't get anything for that at Target. But we're gonna go to Kohl's. That's gonna be our last stop because it's almost 4 o'clock, because I'm almost out of money, and just because I'm getting exhausted, to be honest. And there's more things I gotta do when I get home. So I'm ready to just head home and relax for the most part. I mean, I gotta make a dish for our company potluck tomorrow. I guess I got client work to do. I really should edit a video, but I don't know if that's going to happen today, unfortunately, because it should be up tomorrow, so it might be late. But like I said earlier, I'm just trying to get them out when I can for you guys, because I just really, it's very hard to stick to a schedule right now with my work schedule being so unpredictable and exhausting. And then like I said, my brother and my sister-in-law and my nieces are coming over, and we have to go through my uncle's stuff, which is not going to be very pleasant, but it has to be done. I pretty much have gotten everything I was thinking about getting and done everything I thought I was about doing. I'm going to do some more reading, obviously, and I'm still going to watch a movie tonight. But yeah, I've just really enjoyed kind of just being alone, spoiling myself, embracing my authenticity. Not as gay-centered as I wanted it to be today, but I still really have enjoyed it. I got a lot of things that were kind of like, I don't want to say gender affirming, because my gender is my gender. I don't, that's not a thing for me. Like, I am a girl. Even if I am masked, I am a girl. But like sexuality affirming, I guess, I don't know, it's hard to say, but I've really just enjoyed kind of going for it. Kind of like not really being too picky about what I get. It's just kind of like, oh, I like it. It looks good on me. Let's go for it. Kind of thing. Let's answer another question real fast, since my battery is dying. Oh, that's the other reason I'm going home, because my battery is dying. Another question somebody had was, what's your favorite LGBTQ song or musical artist? Song or musical artist? I don't know that I have necessarily a favorite musical artist. There's 3 songs, and they're wildly different, but the first one is, I Don't Know How to Talk to Girls by Beth McCarthy. Because it's me. It's 100% me. And Mackenzie, why did I call her Mackenzie? That's not her name. Kenzie, wow. Always picks on me when that song comes on, when we used to play it in our playlist. The second is not necessarily an LGBTQ song, but it references it, and I just like really like the message behind the song. Motherfucking Misfit American by Patra. And then the last one is kind of silly, but also like kind of really cool. It's called The Tale of the Lesbian Hunter by Vinnie Marchi, I think is how you pronounce it. I found it on TikTok, of course, and it's just really funny. It's hard to explain.
I realized I'm a lesbian hunter. This is the tale of the lesbian hunter. Rage in her eyes, never mercy ever was there. Love is love, all the villagers cheered, but grave in her eyes was queer.
I don't know why, I just really like it. So those are 3. I have a whole playlist, actually, of gay songs. Some of them are bi songs because I did it with Kenzie, but and I will link it down below. This one's really good too. And then the last question, which I'm just gonna go over now while I still can, before I have to charge this camera when I get home, is what's one thing you'd like to tell your younger self? And I'm guessing this is in reference to being gay. I don't know, because my younger self would not admit it. And I think my younger self would probably, I don't want to say hate me for bringing it up, because I never have been that kind of person where like I had a problem with it necessarily. I just think my younger self would just be too scared to even talk about it, to even broach the subject, really. I guess I would probably say don't waste your time obsessing over boys, because I really did like put a lot of energy into boys, even though I never really dated that much until like my junior year of high school. I think that was a lot of time of my youth wasted. So I think I probably would tell myself to just forget boys, just focus on other stuff, just forget boys. I do recall that there was a time in my childhood when I was reading like lesbian romance secretly online. And that's not something that I remembered until I came out, and then I'm starting to get flashbacks on things, and it's like, oh, well, you dumb, how did you not know? But I think I would tell my younger self that it's okay. You don't have to be ashamed of it. You don't have to do it in secret, but also be careful, because I ventured down a lot of sketchy websites. Not porn or anything, but like, you know, websites where people would write stories anonymously, and they weren't the safest sites in the world and stuff. So I probably would just also tell myself, just be careful. But for the most part, I don't know that I would want to change anything about my younger self necessarily. I mean, yeah, I feel like I missed out on a lot of stuff that I could have experienced if I had come out sooner. But everything that happens in our past shapes our future. So I feel like if I change something about my past, I'm not going to be who I am now. And I'd hate that. I would absolutely hate that. I did go into Hot Topic, but I didn't buy anything because the registers were down. So I couldn't really buy anything. So I didn't even really look that hard. I just kind of walked around. And American Eagle, I also went into, but their guys section is not very big, and what they do have is very, very basic. So I wasn't really going to buy anything there. And I have somebody looking at me, probably wondering what the hell I'm doing talking to myself. So we're going to head over to Kohl's and get that done. It is 4:09, and I need to go home. Because I need to do laundry for tomorrow for work too. So, LGBTQ, gonna add all the letters for the fucking ones. You, he, she, they, or what. It's not your body, so shut the fuck up. Walked into Kohl's and pretty much immediately walked back out. Their selection is just crap lately. My battery is really dying on this camera, so I'm gonna tell you this really fast. We're gonna do something. I went to the grocery store, got that all set up, got myself some sugar for 2 reasons. Because we're gonna do something drastic and probably insane for a Friday night. Insane in general, but definitely insane for a Friday night. We're gonna go to Walmart. We're gonna make it a really quick trip. We're gonna get only a couple things so we can quickly go through the self-checkout. But I really want another Christmas sweater, and I think I saw some there one day, so I hate myself for going or even considering going, but I'm gonna go. But yeah, I got myself some Skittles because I need some sugar courage to go to Walmart, and also their slogan is, after all, taste the rainbow. So I figured it was pretty appropriate for my theme of the day, except I can't get into them. So, yeah, we're gonna have ourselves some sugar, some nice rainbow, gay, pride, I don't even know, sugar. I know it's not really what it is, but they're rainbow colored, and the slogan is taste the rainbow. You didn't think the gays were gonna take that over? Really? And then we're gonna brave Walmart. And then that really has to be the last place I go. Because it's 5:07 and I know I'm expected at home for dinner.
Y'all, what the hell happened? How is it 8:46? I blinked and it was just almost 9 o'clock at night. I didn't record Walmart because my battery died, and I just wanted to get in and out because holy crap, the amount of people. But I'm gonna show you guys what I got. Not that, you've seen that. That stuff's just gotta go in the laundry. So I got 2 different quote-unquote Christmas winter sweaters, I guess. They're both Chapped brand. I got this gray one with the little poinsettia detail on it. It's pretty similar to the brown one that I got. It's got this little red and white trim on the neckline, on the sleeves, and on the bottom. It's kind of heavy, which at first I was like, maybe I don't want to do that, but at least it's warm. So we will see. It's probably more heavy like this than it is actually on. And then we got this one, which I don't know if you can consider this a sweater since it's got the zip, but it's black. Pretty much the same design. It's got the poinsettia on it. It's pretty identical, honestly. It's a slight bit difference in the design, but this one's red and white, and this one goes onto the sleeves as well. No trim on this one, but that's okay because it's got this like red bit on the inside, and then it's got the zip. I figured I'd get the one with the zip just to have a little versatility. I didn't try these on because it was Walmart, and I hate trying things on at Walmart because you have to have somebody unlock the fitting room. But I think they'll look nice. So, yeah, I think I like the look of that. And then, even though I said I wasn't going to, I did get 2 t-shirts. Actually got these in the women's department, believe it or not. The men's t-shirts just held nothing for me. This one just says Merry Christmas, and it's got 3 little trees, but I liked how these 2 trees on the sides kind of look like plaid. And then the last one before I go out and help my mom is long sleeve black, kind of like a waffle pattern. The most feminine thing I probably bought today, but it's okay because it has a gnome on it, and I love my gnomes. It says, have a holly jolly Christmas, and it's got a little gnome guy on it, and just a little sparkle too, because you could be masculine and have sparkle at the same time. So I'm going to take all the tags off of everything, throw it all in the washing machine, get it all washed up and ready, and then go help my mom. And then we will get on to other things. I don't know if my client work is getting done tonight, to be quite honest. I may have to do that before I go to work tomorrow. I think after I help my mom, I will do a little reading, and then I don't even know what else. I've lost track of my day and my sanity, and I want to order Mom's Christmas present because I just found what I'm going to give her. I was going to do a little writing in my lesbian romance. I was going to write the Christmas scene. I don't know if I'm up for that. I really don't. So I think we'll skip the writing. I do want to get back to writing though, and Christmas season's always, for some reason, the best time for me to write. It's when I wrote most of my books. So I do want to get back to that soon, so you guys will probably see that in a vlog soon. I think tonight we'll just prioritize reading other people's masterpieces instead of writing our own. I almost forgot to show you the other thing I bought. It's not clothes, but remember I said I wanted to get some masculine accessories. Well, I didn't really find any, but I did get this 3-piece leather bracelet that I actually really love. I got it at Walmart, of all places. It's a little big, so it does move quite a bit, but it's made for men, so it's not surprising. I might be able to fashion something to get it a little tighter, but I love it, so very happy with that. Pages of the book. I'm gonna stop so I can finally watch the movie. It's 1:15 midnight, and
and I'm still really not tired at all. My eyes are feeling a little heavy, but that's mostly just from reading. I'm gonna find a movie on one of the streaming services, I don't know which. Try to find a lesbian Christmas movie, but we'll see. But I'm gonna have to watch it on my phone because my mom's going to bed. My battery's actually dying, so I'm gonna have to plug it in, which is fine. There's a plug right here. And I don't know how I'm gonna set it up to watch it, but we're gonna see what we can find and then call it a night. And I'll have to work till 3 tomorrow, but I still really should probably get to bed within the next couple hours. I'm just gonna sit here by the glow of the Christmas tree and have a good, relaxing night to myself. And just end this very entertaining, liberating, there's a spider on my ceiling day of just being me, authentically me. So I'm gonna kill that spider, and then I'm gonna find a movie and enjoy the rest of my night. So thanks for watching, hope you liked it. Remember, if you did, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.